Felipe Bueno in the blue. Our final semifinal of the day in the ultra heavyweight division. Let's get to it.
Bueno also has he's in the absolute final as well later this evening with Felipe Andrew. So potentially looking to make 2 finals tonight. But he will have to get through Rafael Lovato Jr. first in order to do so, to get through to the ultra heavy finals.
Rafael Lovato Jr. racked up a couple submissions on his way to this semifinal today. Looking flawless, actually. Putting on a clinic of timeless jiu-jitsu out there.
Beautiful pull straight into a nice close guard.
And this is a true battle of generations here. Felipe Bueno representing Dream Art from Brazil, one of the newcomers to the division. Meanwhile, Rafael Lovato has accomplished just about everything there is to do in this sport and others, including capturing a Bellator MMA title throughout his combat sports career.
Yeah, just an absolutely incredible athlete and has been for such a long time. So resilient, so poised when he competes. Bueno definitely bringing a lot of fire to the competition this weekend as well. You can see a lot of respect between the athletes. It's always nice to see when there's a respect of each other's games, but at the same time, not a lack of intensity, not a lack of moving forward. So a willingness to open up while also being very careful not to make too many crazy decisions or leave any mistakes out. Nice strong base here from Bueno, not too phased by the long legs and pressure from Lovato and into a big back step motion, but then right back into the close guard.
Yeah, Bueno showing off that agility, really nimble for an ultra heavyweight competitor, but landing right into Rafael Lovato's close guard, someplace Lovato calls home.
Yeah, it's definitely a look at Lovato's experience and poise when you can see a strong, agile, such an athletic competitor do big moments like that. And Lovato's face and body just look totally relaxed and at home, right? Not worried, not frightened by that. A lot of people freak out with those motions, but not him. A lot of experience there.
Bueno definitely keeping the pace on Lovato, though, showing up some different looks, passing a little bit from the outside, now pressuring in. I'm liking the mix of tactics here from Bueno. Lovato so far absorbing the pressure, but dead even match all around. No scores for either athlete. 7 minutes left to go. Look at the elevation from Lovato there. Very subtle sweep that led to a big action. Now using the broomstick tactic to try and take the back. Elevates. Lovato pouring it on Bueno now.
Incredible look at the back here, but they are right on the edge of the mat.
He's got both hooks in.
Wow. Incredible back take here from Rafael Lovato Jr. Complete control. May even switch off to the mount here.
I'm going to watch that again. That was insane. Rafael Lovato showing off some new tricks with the old school there. Now he's on the back with 6.5 minutes left to go. Things are not looking good for Bueno here. Great control from Rafael Lovato here. He's not going to rush anything in this position.
Yeah, once you get a hold of someone as athletic and explosive as Bueno, you do not let go. But now we may have a near finish here on the very edge of the mat, underhooking the leg.
Oh, and they stop the action.
They stop the actions. We'll see what the referee calls this here.
That's got to be disappointing for Lovato. Worked hard for that back. One thing I like about Lovato is he doesn't fix his gi unless he's explicitly told to do so. He's ready to go, staring down his opponent.
Doesn't like to waste any time. And, it's a huge mental thing when athletes are like that. It's scary, to know that your opponent does not care. He wants to get right back to the action. It can be intimidating. And it's a great tactic. Right back to the closed guard. Proved successful once before.
Yatan, though, opens it now, knowing he's down on the scorecards, really putting the pressure on Lovato. A little bit of a stack pass going on here. Lovato does have some good grips, though.
Really great grip with the left hand from Bueno here. hip switches over towards the head, but it's not enough.
Not yet, but he's putting the pressure on still. Has a nice cross grip on that ankle. Very close to securing the pass here. Lovato trying to get on a hip. That is going to be a pass. 3 points awarded for Yatan Bueno. This match just got much more interesting. A mount would swing things into Yatan's favor. Knee on belly would not be enough, but there is a ton of time left on the clock. 4.5 minutes left. Let's not forget that Rafael has 2 advantages.
That is a lot of pressure to be underneath. The weight and the insistence of Bueno. Bueno went to look for the back, but it allowed Lovato just enough space to bring his legs back inside. Not to a great guard, though. I mean, he still is in a double under position, very defensive. But if he can get his guard back, he may be able to kind of sway the match a little bit back in his favor. Lovato trying to break off that grip on his pants to free the position of his leg, but Bueno, very, very strong grip, uses that to continue moving towards the head.
Good use of the cross spider from Lovato. Gets now to a bit of a half guard, bit of a Z guard almost. Slows down Bueno because in the open guard exchanges, Bueno was definitely turning it up a little bit there.
Yeah, I think we may see Lovato try to get back to his closed guard again.
Yatan Bueno penalized for an illegal grip there, giving Lovato an advantage. That may come back to haunt him in the later minutes of this match as we approach the final 3.
Inching forward again, though, is Bueno looking for another pass. Good positioning here, stapling the legs together. But Lovato able to get some distance, keep the space, separate his hips away from Bueno a bit here. Both athletes slowing down just a little bit now as the match continues to elapse. About 7 minutes completed. They're going to reset to the center again. Lovato with a nice De La Hiva on the left-hand side. Yeah, you got to wonder, being Lovato right now, you know, hopefully not dwelling too much on what happened on the edge of the mat when he had the submission on the back. As an athlete, it's hard not to think of those things because they're frustrating in the moment, but if you dwell on them, it takes away from what happens in the next 10 seconds. And the only thing that matters when you're competing is what happens in the next 10 seconds over and over and over every 10 seconds that passes, right? So if you're dwelling on that, yes, of course, it's something you can be frustrated about, but Lovato with his experience and composure hopefully is able to just continue moving forward and focusing on what's ahead. And Bueno the same, you know, he was in deep waters and came back very, very strong after that. So the jiu-jitsu is there, but big mental battles as well.
Wow, great footwork from Yatan there, but equally wonderful guard retention from Rafael Lovato Jr. I'm sure Rafael would love to get in something like a closed guard, but Yatan doing all the right things to keep that from happening.
Yeah, absolutely. With someone like Bueno, you need to be able to slow him down and close guard, especially with someone like Lovato and his long legs is a great way to do that. We see him now looking for that closed guard, or wow, coming up for a sweep, an ankle sweep, and searching again for the back, similar to the way he was before. And it looks like he's locking up a Kimura grip on the opposite side, or searching for it at least. Circles behind and does get the 2 points for the sweep here, or potentially the takedown. Potentially could look for a crucifix position here, but has to be careful not to get knocked over as well and get reversed. Lovato looking happy to be back in a bit of the driver's seat once again, having this far arm control, looking for the submission here on the neck.
There's
and
the
he gets the tap.
Rafael Lovato Jr. fired up as he should be, securing his place in the ultra heavyweight final. We saw a lot of different looks from Lovato, a lot of different techniques. Incredible stuff from the veteran here.